everyone, and welcome to the Wheel and Chill Show.
So funny, I was like super empowered. I don't think I could sleep.
Still follows the same rules, has the same characters and all that stuff,
yes.
but it just tweaks it a little bit.
You're reading fantasy, and it's so grounded. It's so completely grounded in reality.
Rule clarification, if we both get it wrong, do we get bonus points?
Soldier Simmons, it is my pleasure to now pin you, raising you from the rank of soldier to dedicated.
That didn't happen in the books, but it was awesome.
I nailed it.
I nailed that.
I nailed it. Let me bring you comfort about Egwene. I know you haven't seen her in a month, but let me tell you this story about how badass she is right now.
That fight scene, my boy went through 5 daggers.
Everybody's flower is different. I think we learned that in the books. This is I think for me, top 5 moments ever on screen.
When I read it, I felt empowered. I felt called to action.
One of the best quotes in the whole series is when Gaul says, "Do you like to dance, Erin Ibarra?"
The knights who say chill.
AKA the band of really, really nice good guys.
Let a couple more drip on.
Can you drip your chain everywhere?
I am.
Do you have a chaser should you need it?
Can I have a little bit of mine too?
Don't know.
Yo, this is good. Young people do like this now or something instead of this.
Oh, they do. It's like this.
It's the heart emoji.
Don't jiggle, jiggle.
It folds. I like the way you wiggle, wiggle.
You
Oh,
wiggle.
show. We're going to review the entirety of season 1 of the Wheel of Time. The whole thing. Finale of Rings of Power. Welcome to the Wheel and Chill Show! Hello, 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 and welcome to the Wheel and Chill Show. We are live here to talk about the Wheel of Time Season 3, Episodes 2 and 3. Because 3 episodes dropped in the same day, it was mildly overwhelming, but we got to talk about Episode 1 early because of the fan event that we got to watch. So, thank you, Amazon, for doing that for us. So now we only have 2 episodes to cover today in this show, which will last 2 hours. Max, because I have a baby that I need to sleep for, because otherwise I'll be tired. So, welcome to the Wheel and Chill Show. As I said, I see you all in the chat. Thank you all for being here. We are here, as usual, with a very special guest, a show-only guest, someone who has never read any of the books. And before I introduce her, I will say thank you, Fell Knight Gaming, for becoming a member. You rock. But this is my good friend in real life. In like the physical space, Erin. We were even co-workers at one point, if you can believe it. But Erin has never read the Wheel of Time books. She has only watched the show, and she.
Can I ask something real quick?
Yeah.
Is this one of your forced not to read the books friends?
I'm not sure she would read the books.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure where we stood. Okay, we're good.
Okay, so Erin, I warned you. What, Erin?
I also can't read.
You also can't read.
I can. Yeah.
Erin, how about you give us a little brief rundown of yourself, what your relationship with the Wheel of Time is, why you started watching the show, generally how you feel about it, and anything else you want to let us know about yourself before we get started.
So it was around. So Chris and I Kritter XD and I have been friends for a very long time. Not a very long time, like 5 years. And so around 2020, 2021, it was like pandemic-ish, just right after the pandemic. She told me that she was going to start watching the show that she was very excited about and streaming about it and wanted to get everyone involved in it. And so I started to watch it with her. And then she became famous. And
That's how we feel every time we're near her.
And now people pay her for this.
No, they do not. That's not true. I guess I did get paid for one video. One video.
Well, that's a day job. All those degrees were not worth anything. So I got involved in Wheel of Time.
Okay.
I had actually never heard of the show. I did not grow up reading a lot of fantasy. I grew up reading some sci-fi, not a lot of fantasy. So this is one of my first delves into the fantasy genre.
Okay.
Did she tell you this was sci-fi fantasy?
She did. So here's the best part. One of my favorite things about the show is that it's supposed to be like post-apocalyptic. I love post-apocalyptic for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know what that says about me, but yeah.
It's a classic genre. I love it
It's
too.
a great genre. Genre.
Light Blinded Fool's wondering if you watch The Expanse, Erin, if you're a sci-fi girly.
So I have to, apparently, because everyone keeps saying I have to watch.
Yeah. And Elida, who was in these episodes,
Yeah.
is one of the main characters in The Expanse, if you could
She's
believe it.
amazing. in The
Yeah,
Expanse.
sure. Agdashlu is Elida, and she is also Avasarala in The Expanse. So
Okay.
Maybe what we do is after the Wheel of Time season drops, we bring Erin back for an Expanse rewatch, and she can't watch the episodes until just before each video.
that's
No,
a
I'm just kidding.
pretty big commitment.
I know.
Big commitment. Okay, well, Erin, you neglected to mention, even though I told you that you could, that she is also the MVP of our trivia team that we go to trivia.
I am.
We
You
do
don't
bar
lose.
trivia
You
like
never lose. I don't let us lose.
pretty much every week. We do lose occasionally, but
No, every
Only
time
occasionally.
I spend $50 every time we go in there, but
Yeah.
we don't lose.
It's
And that's
pretty
the important
impressive.
thing.
So
Yeah.
that's a fun fact about Erin. Winespring, why don't you introduce yourself briefly?
Hey everybody, I'm Winespring. You can find me at Winespring Cafe on X and at winespringcafe.com. And I specialize in Wheel of Time themed recipes, which are pretty yummy. Got some new ones coming out for this season, so check it out.
Check it out. Hashtag What Eats. Hashtag What Eats.
What eats?
Unless you've changed the hashtag. Surely not.
I'm like, they're not really used anymore.
Oh, hashtags.
But now you can
that's
find the
right,
recipes in the
that's
article
right,
section.
That's right. Okay.
So-
I forgot about the hashtag thing. All right, Tavern.
I missed the whole hashtag.
Yeah, I mean,
don't
they
know
like
how
somebody
Tavern-
tweeted like, "Stop using hashtags; they're so outdated,"
It
or
is.
whatever.
It's
What,
debatable.
was it a
whether you
12-year-old?
There's a
No,
lot
yes.
of 12-year-olds.
All right. I am Ta'veren Tavern. Tonight, wait, wrong side. I am not Lord Cawthon. Wearing my fourth age Matt Cawthon jacket with the
It looks
fin
kinda
and
like-
the red hand.
Very Vietnam. I don't know.
It is. It's like a weird French military jacket. I don't know. Anyways, I got it on Amazon.
Wow,
Yeah,
shill.
so, yeah.
Oh no! So many
Listen.
accusations.
Listen, I need money right now, so
Do what you gotta do.
I do what I gotta do. If I gotta sell it, I gotta sell it.
Okay, that's fair.
So yeah, I make T-shirts and stuff and design T-shirts for the Wheel of Time and the fandom. Over on Redbubble, you can find me on Redbubble and TeePublic on Ta'veren Tavern, and then we have Wheel and Chill merch on Zazzle, also under Ta'veren Tavern. So go check those out.
Go check
yeah,
them out.
mugs.
Go check.
Nice.
Okay. Nice. Thank you, Tavern. I am Kritter XD. I am a Wheel of Time book diehard who, as Erin mentioned, has gotten into the show extremely since it, was announced way back in the day. I do Wheel of Time and other sci-fi fantasy TikToks. I am Egwene Alvear on X. I have an Instagram where I post Wheel of Time stuff. This is my YouTube channel, so welcome if you're not subscribed yet. Maybe subscribe and don't forget to like the stream. And I have a Discord. So if you want to talk about the Wheel of Time, Lord of the Rings, Marvel stuff, we've got a lot of threads going about different shows, books, whatever you want to talk about. We talk about it on there. And all of our information, Tavern, Winespring, and mine, is in the description of this video on YouTube. So if you want to find any of that stuff, that's a good place to start. Erin doesn't have a social media presence. So that's the only reason that we don't have her links in the description. Just don't think I'm neglecting her.
But importantly, we have never lost a question in 5 years in trivia about Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter.
That's pretty impressive.
Oh, it's true.
Wheel of
That's
Time.
impressive.
We got 100%
nothing.
in a Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings round, and I take credit for that. It was interesting because, fun fact, we will move on. But you know what?
Sharing moment,
I haven't done a Kritter
Finally,
overshare.
finally.
So I'm gonna do one. There was a Lord of the Rings round at one of our trivia nights, and I was so hyped for this, right? Because they tell us in advance 2 rounds, and that was one of them. And I was like, we have to go to this place next week because it's gonna be Lord of the Rings. And they did it. And one of the questions was, who initially found the ring after it was lost? By
After Isildur lost it?
After Isildur, right?
It was Smeagol's cousin,
Okay, what's his name?
Fieldol or something weird.
It's Deagle, but you're right.
I was close.
It was Smeagol's cousin, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's gonna be a trick question. Everyone's gonna say Smeagol. Really, it's Deagle." So I was so hyped. This is gonna knock some people out. We've got these guys. Don't worry. And then the frickin' trivia overlord guy, the MC, took Smeagol. He's like, it's Deagle, but I'll take Smeagol. And I was like,
how many people did you punch? How many people did you punch?
I was so mad, but we won overall. We won. We won. Otherwise, I would have been extra pissed. But it's fine because we won overall. But yeah, I was pretty mad about that. So
I would be pissed.
Anyways, we're not
trying the canonical Harry Potter question.
Oh, yeah, okay. Second overshare, and then I swear we'll get the wheel of time. There was a question about it was true or false whether Malfoy had a sibling. Yeah, how do you feel about that?
He did. I want to say he did not, but I'm pretty sure he may have, but I don't think he did.
So it was Draco Malfoy, and I was sure. No, he does not have a sibling. He's an only child.
Okay.
Absolutely adamant. And they said, yes, he has a sibling. And I was like, excuse me? So I Googled it. And apparently there is a fanfic where he has a sister.
Come on.
But in real
That
life,
doesn't even count.
in real life, he doesn't have a sibling. So I had to like go show them my phone and be like, I swear to God. Like, anyway, so they gave us the point, but it's fine.
Never bring back.
Note to self: don't take Kritter out in public.
Well, that's not
or
true.
do if you want to win.
Aaron can attest that I'm an incredibly diplomatic. What's
much more than me?
Challenger.
I've gotten banned from places.
That's not true, but partially because I was like, no, Aaron, I'll handle this. And yeah, no, you're right, Light Blended Fool. I do be lawyering. Okay, so
I do be lawyering.
It's true. All right. Let's talk about the Wheel of Time, shall we? Erin.
Let's do it.
Show only guest.
Yes.
Who's your favorite character?
Okay, so I don't know her name. It's too hard for me to say, but her voice alone, I know she's evil. I don't care. The Iranian lady?
Does she talk like this?
The witch lady?
The new lady. She's
Elida.
Elida. Oh, Elida. Okay, yeah.
Elida, the one with the really deep raspy voice.
Yes, and it's
yes,
only
that's Elida.
Voice. I just love her voice. Okay,
then you'll love the Expanse.
Her voice.
Yeah.
Number 2, Matt, because he's fun.
Yeah.
Number 3, evil Black Aja lady.
Leandrin.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, you guys are gonna have to explain. At some point, you have to explain her like motivation to me because
she's all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's fun.
She is fun.
Her outfits are super fun.
I just realized that Erin's wearing all black.
I'm always wearing all black. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say when she said that, I thought when you said we've never missed a question, you were talking about like any question, and I was like, she's clearly not an Aes Sedai, and if she is,
because she's lying.
Anyways, okay, so we've got so Elida number 1. And then Matt, obviously, number 2. And then Leandra, number 3. That's the order? That's the pecking order?
That's an impressive
I gotta go with that order.
That is so
Right now.
fun that Elida has made that much of an impact. I guess we haven't really answered this question for ourselves yet. In this season, Winespring, who's your favorite?
Gosh. Egwene.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
I love watching what she's doing and how she's responding to things. I think she's fascinating.
Okay.
She's very strong. They're doing a great job displaying her and her arc in a very short period of time, I think.
Okay. Nice. She's traumatized, but
her arc seems to be PTSD.
It does.
Yes. It does. Yeah. But like with a twist, because it's not all her fault that she's being re-traumatized over and over again.
Over again.
I also like that lady that's traumatizing her. Is that
Landfear?
Oh, Landfear.
Yeah,
Everybody loves her.
Wearing black.
Yeah.
Wearing black.
I was fully expecting her to be your favorite, if I'm honest, because she's won the hearts and minds of many a person, including Rand, apparently. Okay, Taff, what about you?
Well, it's tough. I'm gonna have to say Bruno.
No way.
I'm kidding. It's a joke. Because we don't talk about Bruno. We're talking about Gawain.
One of Elaine's brothers.
Brothers who nobody likes.
They don't like speak though. They just
yet.
Okay, do they speak eventually? Because mostly it's just background sex noises.
Well, no, they did talk. Gala talked a few times with Matt.
But
they That's really all it takes for you. Okay.
No, I'm kidding. That's not my favorite. I'm still, believe it or not, I'm still on the Moraine track.
Is it the cool hat?
It's the cool hat.
That was unexpected.
And the fact that she's wearing pink this season and not blue.
Hey.
No, her character has developed so much, and it's still developing.
Mm-hmm.
And her motivations and the links that she's going to make sure that the Dragon Reborn makes it to the last battle are getting bigger and bigger. These leaps, and it's just. Yeah, I know what's coming, or at least I think I know what's coming, and the buildup is phenomenal. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I haven't mentioned this. I've said hi to everyone in the YouTube chat. Hey to everybody in the TikTok chat. What's up, fam? Love to see you guys there. Is our X working, Winespring?
No, and I think I did something wrong if you put in the correct key.
We'll address that
another time.
Between the stream. Okay, so Light Fool says Maureen's hat is practical. Okay, I agree. I have a hat that's not exactly like this, but I have a big, like, kind of knitted cowboy type hat that I like to wear in the sun. So she and me, we are one in the same.
There's such a weird mix of genre and
You're twinsies.
here.
The clothing?
Like, she's wearing, I don't know, one's wearing, I don't know, the Talbot's 1982 spring line. One's got on, it's something that's definitely supposed to be middle-aged-ish. Then there's Moraine with her hat that I think my grandmother owned at one time. It's just all over the place.
And like Elaine or Egwene is dressed like his Hot Topic with the black and the choker.
So there's a lot of like weird crop top shirts. Somebody's going to show up with like a short jean skirt and Uggs.
We'll have to tell.
I think that was Melinda.
No one in the world did that.
We'll have to tell Sharon Gillum, who is the guest of honor at WatCon this year, by the way, and the Wheel of Time costume designer. If anybody's on the fence about going to WatCon, think about it because holy shit. But anyways, we'll have to tell Sharon that we're expecting jean skirt and Uggs if the show gets renewed.
With tights and Uggs,
as you mentioned, you like the fact that this is post-apocalyptic, and the plethora of clothing styles is indicative of that, because the part of the apocalypse was the breaking of the world where cultures were fractured and then kind of like reassembled in different places. So the fact that they're making the clothes so frickin' weird is actually thematically appropriate.
I do have a little bit of a problem with that, though, because you can only make like grommets and certain things if you have factories that are capable of doing that. There's some very obviously not homespun clothing.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's also magic.
Yes.
And magic. Magic is probably your bigger.
Is that the best takeaway?
Like, yeah.
Magic.
To the extent I don't actually know how clothing is made for the most part, contrary to my cosplayer title ish. But anything that doesn't seem.
Can you like make a leather?
I did. So yeah, okay. I'm a little bit familiar with leatherworking, but if anything that can't be explained with the technology that seems to be available at the time of the Wheel of Time, I am going to chalk up to magic.
Magic.
That's all I'm gonna say. Dogter Red says I can see Elaine and Ugg. Same. Actually, Erin, was it you who was commenting on Elaine's clothes and it looked, or was it? No, I think it was Mr. Critter who was like, she looks like Donna from that '70s show.
Yeah,
she really does.
Whoa, that totally nails it.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Okay.
I mean, she's a little bit more elfin or something. She's like if Elle Fanning and Donna from that '70s show had a baby.
Okay, well, the way you said that. Elfin. There's actually. I'm not going to say why. Oh, we didn't talk about this in the chat. I haven't been monitoring super closely, so I hope you all know that for now we are keeping no book spoilers in the chat because we've got a show-only guest and maybe show-only people in the chat. So no book spoilers. No book spoilers. We will do book spoilers once Erin is gone. Okay, so. Tav, your favorite is Moraine, who honestly has been a strong contender for all of the Wheel of Time show, in my opinion. I'm trying to find a picture of my favorite for this.
But she doesn't, I mean, it's kind of a waste of a perfectly good Rosamund Pike. Is this just me?
Oh,
what's she doing?
You mean right now?
Yeah, like what are they doing with her? She's just following Rand around
It'll make sense.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to jump ahead. We're probably going to do this naturally, but Rand is so not compelling as a character. Oh my god.
Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's I'll tell you guys my favorite after Erin explains why she doesn't like Rand.
Okay, because
That's a theme.
It's a. You're not alone here, Erin. I'm just.
he's horrible. First of all, he's not compelling as an actor. I mean, this guy.
Ooh.
I think maybe he was like head of my high school basketball team. Just like there's nothing there. I don't want to have. They brought on the brothers, and you're like, yeah, no, those guys sexy. I get it.
Whoa.
And this guy.
You don't think he's hot?
No.
Aaron. Oh my God.
No. I don't know. I don't know. I maybe he's too young.
Oh, he's so boring.
Too whiny. I don't know what his
he's
deal
too
is.
young, too whiny. Okay. So maybe it's an age thing. Aaron,
he's like so he's like an Order of the Phoenix Harry Potter. I gotcha.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny because Mr. Kritter literally was like in the show Rand as Harry Potter. Like he. But
I find.
But I am the chosen one.
Yeah, but I feel like Harry Potter deals with being the chosen one in a much less annoying way.
Oh my gosh,
this
so
guy
he's annoying.
like
a lot of people actually agree with you.
Yeah,
it's
like
true.
a lot of people agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm the chosen one and also tall and also here without a personality. And that's his thing. Like, I mean, like, Daniel Radcliffe had to be short and have a personality and be the chosen one.
Well, he wasn't supposed to be short, actually.
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to be short.
That's okay. So let me just first of all, I have to defend Yosha because I met him in person, and he is one of the most attractive people I've ever seen in my life.
That's saying a lot. She's been near me.
And that was years ago too.
It was, but I agree that it's a matter of taste for sure, absolutely. But you, as we said, you're not alone. There are people who are a little disenchanted with Rand's arc thus far, and all I'll say is, supposedly, episode 4, which is the next episode we're going to be watching, is going to be very Yosha, which is the actor, and Rosamund heavy. And so we can hope that both Moraine and Rand have some time to like really shine.
So again, I agree with Kritter in Yosha's defense. We saw the sliver of a different Yosha in Egwene's accepted test. And I thought he killed that. That was really good acting on his part. But yeah, well, I mean, his character, believe it or not, and I hate to say it, but is like this in the books for a lot of the books until he really starts hitting his stride like halfway through the series. So yeah, he's right on par. Right now, he's right on par for the books.
I really loved Rand in book 1. I thought he was relatable because he had the little farm boy thing going, like, oh, I don't know what's going on, like, help me. Right. He was sweet. And then it got to be like, okay, come on, brother, what are we doing? And then eventually he got better. So yeah, it's not completely unlike the books. What's happening here?
Yeah.
He's tortured in a 16-year-old emo way right now that I just can't.
Okay.
I get it.
It's just
not unlike
I'm the
chosen
chosen one. It's so hard.
Except for unlike the books in a certain way where they focus a little more on him than the show does. Yeah. So you're getting a lot of agreement in the chat, Erin. Just so you know, so you don't feel like you're alone.
I honestly don't think it's Yosha's fault. I think it's just the character and where he's at the moment. Yeah.
Honestly, I think Yosha has gotten better and better as an actor. And I agree with you. The scene in Egwene's accepted test where he had the long hair and he's like, bow to me. I was like, okay, maybe I will.
Convinced.
I mean, smolder at me one more time and you got it.
So Light Blinded Fool, I feel like I keep calling you out, but you have good comments. So he says, all I can say is we'll find out for sure either way whether Yosha can act in episode 4. It's the make or break. It's the make or break for sure. I completely agree. So, all right, we got another Rand hater. That's Maggie, and was Max also?
It was one of his least favorites.
Yeah,
and your other friend that came on, did not like Rand either.
I just
Meredith, or it said Maggie.
Meredith.
Yeah, Max. Meredith was last season, but she also I think
Maggie did not like Rand either.
Maggie does not like Rand.
Including neither sex appeal nor character development.
Erin, it sounds like you and your group of friends need to have an intervention for something.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't talked about my favorite character this season yet. And I want to, because Erin mentioned him, but not in her number 1 spot. Why can I not find a god dang picture of him? This is driving me nuts. Here we go. Found it. Matt. It's Matt.
Oh, man.
All I'm
Matt's
saying
killing it.
is
Finally,
he has the best moments, I think, this season so
Yeah.
far. Other than obviously the giant fight at the beginning of episode 1, because that was just a great thing from start to finish. Matt had the quarterstaff scene, which is something we've all been waiting for ever since we read that scene in the books.
Yeah.
Matt had the did anybody notice that the White Tower looks like ...
Oh
like
my gosh.
and that's not
Perfect,
it. Just,
Matt.
he's hilarious.
It's just innuendo after innuendo. The whole blowing of the horn thing.
Oh, everybody left. It's fine. I'll bring them back. Nobody worry about it. I'll bring them back. One sec. One moment. We're bringing Tavern. Okay.
The novice with the horn blowing thing and all that. Yeah, he's had all the innuendos. All of them.
Well, they need a little bit more, honestly. They need a little bit more humor in the show. It
Yeah.
can't be all Matt, and Matt is getting all of it right now.
I feel like Liana's
Somebody
getting
else,
a little
like,
bit.
throw in some humor. Yeah.
And Min actually has some really good lines, at least comebacks. Actually, Elaine's got some really good lines too.
Well, and Nynaeve, right? I think everybody's in for this sort of thing.
Yeah.
Matt. Like, that was funny. But
Yeah.
I agree, like, Matt is carrying most of the comedic relief.
The humor? Yeah.
But I also think that he's having some really, like, vulnerable moments, too. Like, his conversation with Nynaeve in episode 1, I think.
Yep.
His conversation with Swan. Like, are you going to run into when the flames are high? Like, that, like, just
That was
got me in the feels.
manipulation. Actually, I've got a theory about that, but that was manipulation at its finest.
The horn thing.
Yeah, Swan. Oh my God, she did it twice. She did it to Morgaze, and she did it to Matt.
Yeah. Why do we keep... Oh my gosh. I keep
Why do we
losing
keep losing people?
I
What's
know.
happening?
I don't know what's going on. I stopped.
So,
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
go ahead. No, you were talking about Matt, but I want to bring something up before I forget about the Swan Matt thing. So
Do
please.
it. Yeah, no, we've got the picture up.
Oh, so I found it funny that Swan mentioned Uncle Juan
Yeah.
and how he was nobody could pin him down or hold him down, and he was a gambler and this, that, the other, and basically described Matt to a T.
Mhm.
And Swan's uncle would have passed before Matt was born because Swan's been around for a while. So running into a building to save child after child, if that doesn't make you a hero of the freaking light,
Ah.
what does? And the fact that she says, you remind me of him.
Okay, so this is one of your hairbrained theories you told
Yeah.
us about.
Yeah.
You're thinking Swan's
They're the
uncle
best.
was Matt.
No, well, I wouldn't say was Matt, but it's one of the memories or one of the heroic deeds, because she's basically describing Matt to a T.
Right, that's what I mean. Like, so
Yeah.
he was a Matt
Yeah.
spun out in an earlier
Yeah.
life, essentially.
Fascinating.
Fell Knight Gaming says, I'm more gaced, everyone. You guys
I'm
keep
more
dropping
gaced.
away because I'm more gacing you.
Oh, stop morgacing us. I don't like it.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess, Erin, how did you feel about that cold open of, what was it, episode 2? Borghese the
2.
Queen offing her political rivals?
The Wheel
Like
of
stab-
It was so Game of Thrones. It was so
With the Wheel of Thrones.
Okay. So
and I
Game of
hate to
Thrones?
be like the one who's, you know, like equates everything to Game of Thrones and everyone's seen it. But that was the obvious tie, and I'm sure maybe it was in the books.
No.
I don't know if it was in the books.
No.
But anyway, it was very Red Wedding. It was very Red Wedding with more women.
Yeah.
Okay, so quick question for the group. This, I mean, it's a book question, but I mean, since we brought up the Game of Thrones thing, did anybody ever get that vibe from Morghese?
No.
I never got that vibe reading the books.
No, I think she was more of a political,
Yeah.
like strategist. Like she was very, and I'm not gonna say who she might have been collaborating with, stuff like that. But like I think she was very politically savvy, and that was kind of how she got her. I almost said the Iron Throne.
We're crossing the streams for sure.
And the Lion Throne. Jesus, I was like, what's it called? I completely forgot. The Iron Throne's the only thing in my brain.
I mean, it's not like it's not right there. Lion Throne, Iron Throne.
True. You're not wrong. Yes. So that was very Game of Thrones, and it's an interesting choice. It makes her far more ruthless than she was in the books,
Yeah,
at
it
least
does.
than she seemed in the.
She's got to lose the weird lace mantle.
Well,
Oh my god.
You don't like that? I thought it was so
No,
weird. Very
it's
Queen
so
of Hearts.
weird.
You thought it was weird.
It's like
too,
her
Jack?
head is floating. It's like her head is floating. It's weird.
It just felt.
So why is it lace? Why lace?
I don't know. I thought it was awesome.
So you don't get hot? I don't know. There's got airflow. There's airflow.
Lots of airflow there for
There's
sure.
lots of airflow.
I thought it just reminded me of like a heart, which kind of made me think of the Queen of Hearts, which I don't know. I'm sure that's
100%. I agree with that.
okay. Okay.
Also, oh well, no, this is that. You did say that Erin, you're not going to read the books, are you?
But we're not doing
No.
book spoilers.
No, these aren't book spoilers. Just
Okay.
well, is it? No, I'll wait it for later.
Okay.
Because I'm not 100% sure it is or isn't.
Okay, so we've got Rob in the TikTok chat saying, I thought it was a good way to show how imposing she is. And
Imposing's a word.
Taki says, I think with Andor being a bit of an England allegory, it's very Elizabethan. So
Okay, well, okay. So, way to hit my topic, my friend. But they had ruffs. They were ruffs. They were not lace. They were solid, and they did. They came up very high, but it wasn't so like. They had a purpose, and the purpose was to keep clothes clean, to protect from. It wasn't lace for the sake of lace being high.
okay.
It was probably also that, but it looked a little. This looks like. Why are there holes in it? It's very feminine, yet oddly, someone shaped it with the. I guess from the olden times, like what do you call them? Like pipe cleaners? I don't understand them.
Okay.
I don't love them.
Aaron,
she's
didn't
not
we talk
wrong.
about this? Magic.
and to bring up, you were saying the whole British type motif. Elida comes in standing next to her. And I joked about this online earlier. But she literally looks like a Catholic cardinal standing next to the Queen.
That
dressed
was
in
well
red
done.
with her, big gold thing on her chest. It's exactly what they were going for.
Okay, so Charles Alexander in the chat says, Morgase's lace has a point. To serve.
It's serving something.
I'm into it. I don't know. But I can see, practically, it is not a practical garment, but she's also a queen.
Not a
so
practical garment.
She's gonna be.
I will admit, not practical. Okay, so speaking of Morgase, while we're on the topic, did you clock anything suspicious about our boy, Lord Gabriel, her prince consort?
Yeah, he's totally. Dude's creepy as hell. Get out.
My number two favorite.
Right?
Like, what is happening?
What? Okay, one more time, Aaron. What did you say?
So he's flirting with his stepdaughter at one point. Is
Oh,
that
you-
happening?
You thought he was
Okay.
flirting. Oh.
It seemed like they were He was trying to flirt with her. It was very odd. It was awkward.
Okay.
And yeah, they're incestuous and weird. Didn't like it. Yeah, but no, that dude's not cool.
Well, and he also, what did he winked at, like, was it Liana? He winked
He
at
did,
one of them.
Yeah, okay, so the theory on that is that Liana almost didn't fall.
Oh, that's
Almost didn't
I agree. I think she has
Yeah.
resistance to compulsion.
Yeah, she resisted that, and so he added a little extra wink and a wave kind of to really hit her with it. He hit her with the mojo.
So he's like magic. He compels people, and that's why the queen likes him. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
so in the cold open of the third episode,
yep.
we noticed it was a meeting of the Forsaken, and he was one of them, obviously.
That's right. Okay, yeah. And so
and-
he's working his yeah. Okay.
And so, yeah, Lanfear mentioned, like, you've always been strong with compulsion, and compulsion is a weave where you can basically make people do what you want. And in the books,
Okay.
it works a little bit differently, but in this one, it's clearly him being like, I am the prince consort of Queen Morgase. We have been together for 10 years, and also you really like me. Because do you remember?
But he's only been there for like
a month.
For like a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She says it's been a month, and also it's
Way
like
to steal from Lord of the Rings, also.
yeah. Well, not only that, but I mean, it's also the Imperious curse on a giant level. Like he's doing it to everybody that sees him all at once.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Or Jedi mind trick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is someone ever
Marvel.
going to explain to me? So I get, okay, if they were all after power, I would get it. So that's good and evil. the quest for power, but the breaking the wheel thing loses me because they want oblivion. Like the goal is nothing exists.
Only
like,
one of them.
Only one of them wanted to break the wheel, yeah.
Only Ishamael. Ishamael in the Age of Legends was a philosopher, and he turns out is like a bit of a nihilist, and he's tired essentially of the reiterations of him fighting Rand, more or less. He wants to end it. He's tired of existing. The rest of the Forsaken are more ambitious. They want power. They want to be able to subjugate, to control, and they allied with the Dark One in order to advance that goal.
Okay, well, does he tell them that he's after, annihilation? Because that seems like it's going to get in the way of their power goal.
They all pretty know each other's ambitions.
They do, but he was because he's been killed by Rand. He was the most powerful of them all, which Lanfear kind of mentions in this meeting with the Forsaken.
Yeah.
Like he was at the top, and now, which is a departure from the books, she is apparently at the top, with him out of the picture. So now it's them just being.
Is that what you're getting? Because I don't get that. I think it's I think she wants to be at the top because she's close to Rand. But
I think they all say,
she explicitly was like, Mogedian's going to work her way up the power chain until she gets to me, is what Lanfear said, and nobody debated that.
I guess. All right. All right.
So.
Fair.
Yeah. Let's see. Fluffy Walrus says that's why Lanfear says they don't care about the dragon. They just want him dead so they can do their own stuff. Yeah. I'm paraphrasing. But yeah, Megan Austin says most of them are just selfish jerks. Yes. That's it.
Well, see, that makes sense from a power perspective. Wanting power, being a selfish jerk. Just like, I guess some people all want, just want to watch it burn. But most people are not like annihilation is
only he's a special case. He's the weird one.
Okay.
Alex Lobos, no, Ishii was just a gentle soul with big dreams. Dreams of Oblivion. Actually, you know what? That would be a cool band name.
That is a really good band name. Holy shit.
Trademark.
Amazing.
Nobody take that.
What about at the end of this cold open, we get Moghedian comes out of the shadows, right? Clearly she's been listening. And we then see her again in episode 3 at the end when Leandrin sits down next to Naomi and they're talking about the bracelet and stuff. And Moghedian is walking through incognito, right? I want to say it's a perfect representation of Moghedian and how she behaves, where she's always working from the shadows, but it connected something for me because at no point did we see Moghedian listening in on Moraine and Lanfear when they were talking about the Bubble Eagle stuff, right? But yet she picked that exact time, so clearly she was listening in.
Yeah. Well, she also had a gray man like watching them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they could have been reporting back. How are you feeling about Moghedian, Erin? Like with the bangs girl.
Okay. So the only thing I have about her is she's super creepy, and also is she magically doing her bangs every day? Because otherwise, no one that evil is spending that amount of time curling the bangs under and doing that whole coif.
I don't think
that's got to be a magic thing.
I think it's a bowl cut. I don't think she's working at that. I think it's there permanently.
Oh no!
Like the front is just a bowl cut.
I don't know how bangs work.
Look at it. That's a bowl cut.
But yeah, no. I mean, she is the creepy vibe is there for her. If her whole thing is creepy, and she's doing a good job on that.
She's winning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Creepy check for Moghedian. That's where we're at right now. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with her. So you mentioned that I almost said Shora. You mentioned that Elida is numero uno for you. What about her has you?
It's just the voice. I just love the voice. I could listen to that woman talk all day.
Okay.
All day, every day. Everything I've ever seen her in, I'm like, just keep talking.
Okay, your impression of her. Do you think she is good, bad?
I think she's bad, right? I mean,
okay.
The impression we're getting is definitely she's bad.
Okay.
She's aligned herself with the dark side there.
Oh, okay. So she's a dark friend. That's your
dark
official
friend level.
Your official.
Well, I don't know if she's dark friend all the way. So she loves the queen.
Okay.
And the queen seems to be not dark, not bad, just power, yay. And she seems to be going a little bit more dark than the queen. That's the whole thing that I got. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say you just. I figured you would be more in favor of ambitious women, but I guess not. No.
Oh, wow.
I did really like Cersei in Game of Thrones. No one likes her, and I'm always like, well, that's because you're sexist.
Wow, nice. There was one line that Elida says that cemented it for me. And that was "cross me now and I will never forget it." That really was, because before that there was a lot of political stuff going on. That was like the first direct "I will cut you"
threat.
Threat. And that's where you get that spin. We're like, oh, maybe she's not just doing shit for the queen. Maybe she's evil.
Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot going on. You know, she's given us some evil grins, right? Like when Min is like, is that bracelet part of a viewing? And she's like, of a sort. I can't even. Don't make fun of me. But
It was well done.
Okay,
no, it wasn't.
Listen.
I liked it.
No, it wasn't.
I have tell me about the bracelet afterwards. Go ahead.
Yeah. And you know, so and oh my God, she's such a bitch, but like in such a fun way, because whenever she approached Varen, she's like, "What got you up this high away from the library? Like a shortage of honey cakes, or like it's just mean." She's just kind of mean, which I think was really fun to watch, but also sad because I love Varen. Yeah. Secret Squirrel says, "Cross me now and you will never cross me again." And your little dog too. Oh yeah.
They have to. I really hope they give this woman something to do, because while I could listen to her read a phone book, I think that I've seen her in other things where she's an excellent actress. I hope they give her some stuff.
Yeah. And
Absolutely.
That's the beauty of this show, and it goes back to what you were saying, or you didn't think Josha was doing that great with the acting and whatnot, is you have veteran actors, right? Like Kate Fleetwood, Shora, Rosamund Pike,
Olivia Morghese.
Yeah, Olivia Morghese. Yeah, lady playing Morghese. Lady playing Swan. These are all really phenomenal actors, and they've put them with relatively unknown younger actors. And so you're going to see that disparity, and it's going to show a little bit more because of that. Donald, I think, is probably I want to say he's got the most acting chops out of the Youngins, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's like a stage actor.
Yeah.
He got a lot of acclaim for doing, oh my God, I'm forgetting. Oh, well. Somebody in the chat will let me know. What was his play that he did recently? It was like something street.
Yes, I can't remember what it is either.
Doesn't matter. But okay, so before we lose Erin, because we're flying through this, we haven't talked almost at all, not a single moment, about Perrin. So Perrin, the Wolf brother, Golden Eyes, he went to the Two Rivers, right?
Yeah, he went back home.
Mm-hmm. How are we feeling about his arc? Him, generally, anything?
I like him. I
Hadestown.
feel like they keep separating them to just separate them, which is
Okay.
Yeah. So I think Perrin, actually, I get him. So I don't like how they did it in the season 2. They're like, or the end of the second episode, they're like, I'm going here for reasons, and I'm going here for more reasons. Okay.
Yeah.
That seems like you made that up. But Perrin at least goes back home and has an arc of being back home, trying to protect his home that I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Though I feel like we already did that a little bit in season 1. So, but also, I mean, people are going to keep dying if you are not home to protect them. So
yeah.
I like Perrin. I think his arc is better than some of the other characters. I don't care about what he does when he's in Two Rivers, honestly.
Not worried about it. Not that worried about Two Rivers. Okay.
Nice.
No.
Did it confuse you or bother you, or did you feel any emotion after episode 1 when all of the kids were saying, whatever we do it together. We do it together. And they immediately then decided to split up?
It's so, okay, so I don't know. Maybe they do this in the books. But how it felt watching it in real time was, they're all together. They can't stay this way because we have more seasons we got to write. We got to sell some merch. So we're going to break them up.
Well,
And
that's how the
then-
books were too.
and then-
Got more books. Got to get more books.
Got more books.
There.
We gotta work some stuff. So we break them up. I gotta go get my head together, and only none of you can do it for some reason. And I gotta go to Two Rivers because reasons. And I gotta go. I got nightmares about Rand, but also I love him, so I'm going over here, and I'm gonna go to Tyr because
It's Calendar.
Yeah.
Calendar.
Okay. So Perrin is...
So I'm sure they're setting up something.
Mhm.
I did like at the end, and this is why. Okay, so at the end, this is what they did to the North. Okay, so the Black Aja's attack, and then they disappeared. Everybody's like, I guess that's done. So at the end, at least, we see the Black Ajas, and they are at a place, and they have a plan.
Mhm.
I'm like, yes, okay, thank you. The rest of it is like filler. It felt a little
scattered.
bit like we were killing time till the end.
So
The
do you
big
think
battle.
the main plot... What do you think of all the plots that we're seeing? What is the main plot of the season, if there is one?
So you gotta get the main plot is always going to be the battle to end the world or not into the world, what that Rand's in.
Okay.
But in the meantime, you've got the Black Ajas who are out here after total oblivion or just power. It's odd. You're not really sure which one. I did like the part where they figured out. None of it's always annoying for me because I'm just like, dude, stop complaining. You're complaining is a lot for me. But
I guess we
but
haven't
at
talked
least
about
they
that
did have that whole arc where Sheena Lane figured out where Landrin were going.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool.
Okay.
Based on the dead son and all that stuff. That was cool. And then we got the whole Leandrin's like plot about how like what they're gonna do next. That was great. That was interesting. I don't know what the theme. I felt like that advanced the plot.
Okay.
The second episode, I was like,
Yeah.
are we just dividing people to divide people? But then in this third season, there was things happening. There was again some advance there
Some purpose.
the Black Ajas are going to do this thing to try down their. I mean, the whole thing about like, I didn't quite understand it, but they're going to trap Rand with what do you call them?
The male
seashells.
Adam. The
What do you call the thing that the seashells did to the women?
The seashells did to the women. The Adam, the band,
Yes,
the cuff.
yeah.
Seashells. What?
I started thinking about the
Something
three
like that.
seashells again.
But they're gonna trap him with that. That was a plot. Okay, that I liked. I like anyone sitting around scheming.
Okay.
So I enjoyed that. Yeah, 3 was much more enjoyable for me than 2. 2
Same.
was just we're dividing to divide.
Okay. So we like the
And
progress.
also Egwene having nightmares because of reasons.
Because Lanfear wants her to.
Yeah.
Well, because she's a doe-eyed cow
Right.
that's sleeping with Rand, and she's not.
Lanfear's jealous.
She's jelly.
Also, there's just literally never been anyone in the world where I've been like, why are we fighting over this dude? It's just
for so many thousands of years, she's been fighting for this dude.
Oh my god. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, we got to the Elaine and Nynaeve part. You're not super interested in what happens with Perrin. Did you enjoy the new characters in the Two Rivers, specifically the girl that we met who called herself Mandarb at first, only to find out that was Lan's horse's name?
I don't know. It's
don't
too
know.
early for me.
Okay.
I don't know if they're going to do something interesting with her because it could be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
They were setting up something interesting, but they have to. I don't know what the follow through is going to be.
Okay. So
Yeah,
we're
interesting. I like it.
mildly intrigued with
Yes.
her, but we're not sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that made me laugh a lot. Freaking Mandarb. That's straight out of the books. That's a conversation that happened. She's like, "What's your name?" Mandarb, and he just like bursts out laughing because that's literally Lan's horse's name.
Question in the chat from Dana Lou. Erin, what do you think about the White Cloaks being in Two Rivers after Perrin?
Good question.
Nice.
Okay,
Dana
so-
Lou. Like you.
I forgot that he killed one of them,
Okay.
but it could be because it's been like in real life 3
It's been a
years,
while.
but in like the books, probably not that long. So maybe they're not over it yet.
Maybe
It
not.
felt random, but if it was book time, I'm sure it isn't. I'm sure that they've decided to go after. Also, why are they after Matt's family if Perrin killed him? I guess Perrin doesn't have family or something. Like, what's the deal there?
They explained it in the show that they were going to go after Perrin's family, but some of the men from the Two Rivers took them away and hid them. So he went after they went after Matt's family because it was the closest thing that he knew that they knew each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's convenient. No.
It's convenient.
So we haven't done anything with the guys in the white cloaks for like a season, I feel like. So it's kind of weird that they're back and terrorizing people.
So at the very end of season 2, remember like with the flaming dragon and all that stuff, this guy Dane's dad, the blonde guy, his dad killed Perrin's wolf friend, if you'll recall, and then Perrin went crazy and killed the dad.
I remember the killing.
Okay. Well, that happened last season. I know it all runs together because it's been so long. But
okay, all right.
Yeah. That's...
So I guess if someone does kill your leader, I suppose you would go and terrorize him and his entire family.
Well,
if you're those guys, so that makes sense.
It was his dad that he killed.
Yeah.
So that kind of makes it worse.
Yeah, or his dad, or whatever, so that makes sense. And I do like Perrin. I feel like that guy's a good actor. I feel like every time I believe him, I believe his motivation. I like his gold eyes.
Yeah, same. I think they look awesome.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So I'm curious to see what they do there because I'm not sure what his side quest is going to be, except get rid of these guys.
Yeah. Sorry, continue. I'm dealing with something.
I think no one's paying attention to him.
No, I know I am.
I mean,
wow.
with Perrin, so the first couple of seasons with Perrin, well, the first season they basically did nothing with Perrin. The second season they started leading up in his storyline. This is where it's going to start taking off. So hopefully the rest of this season will be a huge payoff for his story arc. And I'm super excited to see what comes because they've done some outstanding stuff.
Okay. Problem solved.
Oh, I see what's going on.
Yeah. Okay. It's
this stuff. Some
stupid comments. But we took care of it. And it wasn't about you, Erin. Don't worry about it. Something else.
If it was, it's not the worst I've ever heard.
No.
Two Rivers side quest, says Fell Night Gaming. Something like that. Something like that is what's going on, yeah. Okay, I need to get rid of this. All right, so what else have we not talked about yet?
The Aiel? Did we talk about the Aiel?
Not really. Yeah, so we talked about Rand, but generally speaking, we're in the Aiel Waste. We've got Bear talking to Egwene about being a dream walker. We've got Daddy Ruark, the big burly man. How are you feeling about the Aiel? Are you intrigued by this culture? Are you not so much caring about it?
I do. I actually, they do intrigue me, I have to say. And the lady who shows up at the end, I don't understand their motivation at all. They're like, he's our leader, but also he's going to kill us all. Let's go find him. Again, I have motivation.
Yeah, you know.
But
I mean, you summed it up. That's on point.
Okay,
so I mean, if in the history of the world, anybody's been like, let's go find the guy that's going to kill us all. But, but sure. But no, I find them interesting. I find that their whole they've got a whole I don't know, deserts. Mildly dune vibe going.
I was gonna say, are you getting Fremen from them?
Yeah, definitely getting Fremen.
Okay, yeah.
So no, I find them, they are entertaining.
Okay,
I am willing to spend time with them.
Very gracious of you.
We will let them know. We will let them know.
We'll not file a formal complaint. Okay, let's see. What we got the Aiel. I guess before we have to let Erin go, let us know if you have any questions for her. And we'll make sure to ask
your question.
What?
Winespring hasn't asked her question.
What's your question?
What's my question?
What color Aja?
That's right.
Oh,
I think she's black, Aja, right?
Why even ask? She's wearing it on her sleeve.
I just want to watch it all burn.
If you had to, if you were taking a step away from the Black Aja, if you're going to re-swear the 3 oaths, what would your Aja be? Do you need a reminder of what they are?
What's your shell company?
Yeah, remind
Okay.
remind me of what they are. The blue ones are like battley, right?
No, not technically. The blue ones are like just causes, essentially.
Okay.
The greens are the battle Aja. The yellow is like healing. They're the doctors. The white is logic and philosophy. The brown is like studying. Help me out. History and scholarship. That's the word.
Great.
Thanks. The grays are like diplomacy. So you see a lot of grays being like the second hands of leaders and stuff, whispering in their ears.
When the bald girl is like, "Yes, I used to be gray," and
exactly. So those are the grays, and the reds are the ones who hunt men who can channel.
Okay.
And yellow's healer. Did you say yellow?
Yeah, I said yellows.
Okay.
I probably am a white brown combo.
Okay.
Yeah, I like
just
studying.
Like a pecan tan Aja.
A little bit of a nerd.
Yeah.
White brown.
I'm just total nerd. Total nerd vibes. You've met my friends.
I am one of your friends. Okay.
It's not cool.
There was a comment in the chat from Dana Lou.
Yeah.
Erin, did you find any of the expressions of grief compelling or moving?
Well, I don't remember any of them now, so no.
A few examples. We had Perrin bearing his wife's ring, or his ring with his wife. We had Alana and her warder mourning Ivan, the other warder who died.
With the war paint and stuff.
With the war paint and stuff.
We had Leandrin still mourning the loss of her son. Yep.
When he died, when her son, that was legitimately sad.
Okay.
I will say that one got me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Even watching the flashbacks when he was all old.
I think who else did we lose? Anybody else, or did we have anything going?
Not this season, I don't think.
I mean, it's weird because we've seen Moraine kind of grieve losing the power, right?
Yeah.
But yet we had Joya and Amiko basically like nothing to them. Like Amiko was faking it, that she was crying all the time. Right until she got called out, and then she just kind of shut it off. So that was interesting to me. Okay. That they had a hold completely, because we always, hear that when you lose the source, it's like losing life itself, and you grieve and all this stuff.
But they're evil, so
yeah, it's true they are evil. So yeah.
Okay, couple rapid fire questions for Erin. What do you think of the Moraine Lanfear alliance? Asks Jose Oliveira.
I thought it was kind of out of nowhere, but I like it.
Okay, we like it
because it's different.
Like the ends justifying the means kind of a thing?
Yeah, the ends justifying the means. I'm a big fan of that in
your
life. No. But I liked, so I didn't completely understand why they were doing what they were doing. Honestly, It seemed a little out of nowhere, but I did like the strangeness of the goal. I guess I liked where they were going. I liked the goal. I like that they had a goal, and the way they were going to get to the goal was by combining good with evil. I like that there was a nice gray area. Okay. I enjoy a good gray area.
A nice little gray area. Very well. Light Blinded Fool asks, who wore it best, and what was it? If we don't like Morgase's outfit, do we like any outfits?
No. I'm trying to think of. So some of them look great. What do you call her? The head.
The Amerlin?
Yes, she always looks good. Okay. She's always got it put together.
Yeah.
But then there's there's one lady who's just all in polka dots for no apparent reason. There was the white pantsuit. I don't understand it.
Oh, Mim's
outfit.
What
year? Again, what year? I mean, it was like shoulder pads. It was very working girl. I don't understand. And then there was the hat.
I love
that. It was kind of a cross between. It was very. I'm trying to think. Gandalf and Lord of the Rings meets
Mary Poppins,
like just gardening in England in 1980.
Okay. Well, you know what, they do say that Moraine is the Gandalf of the Wheel of Time.
That is true.
So it's actually a perfect comparison.
I just want to pick. I mean, something pointier. Just something a little bit pointier. Maybe.
Something that looks a little more witchier.
Yeah.
Okay. And we've also got, which storyline are you most looking forward to this season? So your favorite storyline.
I want to get back to the Black Ajas. What are they doing over there?
Okay, you are not like convincing us that you aren't Black Aja.
They have a plan. They have a plan to trap Rand. People keep having relations with him for absolutely no reason. So
listen, Erin, I get accused of being a dark friend all the time, so it's okay.
Maybe he's gonna get more compelling. If they could get to the maybe he's gonna right now he's just I hate my power, I love my power, I'm also the king of the world. Just pick guy.
Why didn't you guys write me all summer?
It's very
Okay, have I missed any questions that I was trying? Mrs. Angela Ange Andabella says, what do you think Alana and Maxim are doing in the Two Rivers? That's the Aes Sedai and her warder. What are they doing there?
Good question.
I don't know. That one I'm very confused by, but I think maybe they're just trying to set up, because the Two Rivers got to be important, right? It can't be someone's birthplace and it never comes back again. So something important is going to happen there. So either it's probably something beyond helping out Perrin, but I'm not sure what it is.
Okay, well, I don't think Maxim knows either, because I believe he asked her straight up, didn't he? And she didn't answer him.
Yeah.
So it's a mystery to us all. Yeah.
There's a couple of questions she did not answer.
Alana? Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Okay, so we are past the 8:30 mark. I don't see any more in the chat for Erin. Tav, Winespring, do you have any other questions for Erin? No? All right, Erin, what we do whenever we release you is we let you say your final piece. Whatever you want. It doesn't have to be Wheel of Time related, or it can be. It can be, inspirational. It can be your favorite quote. You can say whatever you want to sign off. And then but before you do, I just want to say thank you for joining us and giving us your insight and piling on the Rand hate, because oh my gosh.
Sorry.
No, it's becoming a thing. It really is.
Point will be a compelling character. Just now is not that time. No, I thought season. So okay. So episode 1, I thought was great with the battle with the Black Aja. Yay! See, episode 2, I was like filler. Episode 3, they had me again. So I'm hoping that episode 4 just keep building.
Okay.
So yes,
love it.
That's all I have to add.
Okay, well, thank you for coming on. We appreciate you and your honesty, and you know what? It's always good to have a dark friend to get their perspective.
Yes,
every
it's
now
good to
and
have
then.
a dark friend every once in a while.
Tavern needs the company.
What?
You need to be a dark friend.
Everybody say adios to Erin.
Yeah, thank you, Erin. We appreciate you. See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, let's move.
Now you're all alone, Tavern.
Wow.
Okay, everyone. As you can see, there's an icon up on the stream. Full book spoilers. Full book spoilers. Full book spoilers. If you don't want full book spoilers, and I mean full book spoilers, get out.
Bye.
Adios. Ciao.
See ya. Thank you so much for being here, by the way. And if you haven't liked the stream, don't forget to like the stream.
Like and leave.
Like and leave.
Like and leave. Get out of here. Okay,
wow. Yeah, right. Dana Lou agrees. See, she knows. She gets it. Poor Tavern.
Okay. Winespring.
Yes.
How did you feel about these 2 episodes?
I loved them.
Mm-hmm.
I was very satisfied with them. I can't
Same.
wait for the next one. So the official account put out, I think, like a teaser for episode 4.
I know. I didn't watch it because
Okay,
I'm
I
like
didn't
not
either,
sure I
y'all.
want to.
I don't want to. I want to be surprised because they're doing such a good job with it. I think one of the scenes, I don't think we brought it up with Erin, was with Leandrin breaking up the wedding.
Oh, we did not bring that up. Yeah.
That was heavy, y'all.
That was crazy.
Whoa! Like, we're not supposed to like Leandrin, you know?
The backstory that they're giving her is insane.
It's complicated.
But yeah, then that moment where they go and they erase the poor girl's mind, they just decide to do that without her consent also is also argumentatively not okay. So
Not argument. I think it's just objectively not okay.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that.
Did you? So that particular moment, it to me signified that this thing that they do with minds on the show. So, for example, we see Rima delve into Matt's head with weaves, right? We see Naomi just basically lobotomize people because that's basically what she did. because lobotomies go up through like next to the eye and they go up, and she literally went straight into the spot where the frontal lobe.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah. Also, and then you have, oh my God, you have Raven controlling everybody's freaking mind. There's so much happening with the brain that when we get to Semiraj, I can't, or Grendel, I cannot wait.
Grendel's supposed to be the master of compulsion.
I cannot wait.
No.
Yeah, that was cool.
For it.
Yeah, Dr. Red, you can't marry a child because they can't consent, but also take her memories without asking.
Oof,
exactly.
Yeah.
Her sweet little face, that was tough. Like,
Davey Elmer saying, was anybody besides me confused by Rima being back in the tower? I will be honest with you. Because her styling was different, I saw that they were calling her Rima on the subtitles, and I was like, different Rima.
oh, really?
100%.
Wow. That's interesting.
It's not like it's her.
No, it's her.
But at the same time, I just was like, well, they didn't explain it, and like in my brain, I was like, it's not her because she's a Soldom or she's a Damani.
So
you just get away with that.
Yeah.
I thought about that because I was confused as well when I saw her on screen. I was like, no, that's her, because I saw her face and I was like, that's definitely her. And the only thing I can think of is she was captured so late into it that she didn't get brainwashed. She really never got trained. And so when they rescued Faum, they rescued her. And that's the only thing I can put together in my head that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. But in my brain,
I'm okay with it.
I just moved.
I don't want to see her collared.
I agree.
I'm totally okay with not seeing that. Yeah.
The only thing that I thought was odd was she would be mourning her warder, and she looked very calm and collected.
Well, how long has it been?
It's been a month.
A month.
Oh, yeah. That's actually pretty fast.
Well, no. Okay, so it's been a month plus however long after she got captured. So however long.
Well, they got captured wasn't it the same day that Elaine and Nynaeve tried to get to the tower?
It seemed like it.
It seemed that way.
Day? Rima?
Yeah, she got captured, and Nynaeve and Elaine, that's when everything... Well, no, actually, no. That was before the fighting started.
Yeah, because they had to they had to knock out a Soldom. They had like the whole plan.
Yeah, you're right.
Joe White, I'm with you. I don't recognize people when they change their hairstyles. That was me. I was literally, my mind was like, that's not her.
I'm just glad they used her name.
Yeah, if they wouldn't have used her name, 1,000%, I wouldn't have even.
And I love how she called Nynaeve Wisdom.
Oh, I know. The respect with them is beautiful.
It was great. It was really so happy to have her back. Let's see. Tim Tam in the TikTok chat says she could have escaped on her own, figured it out like Egwene did. Whatever happened, it happened off screen. So we will maybe never know. But how do you guys feel about? So this is a book related topic. The fact that they mentioned Abel Cawthon being one of the people who got the Ibarras out. Because in the show, they're making him out to be a POS, right?
Yeah.
In season 1 and even season 2, whenever they were like, Matt was thinking about him at least. So are we getting an Abel Cawthon redemption arc?
They better.
I hope so. I know.
They better give us.
I was like, finish the question.
Yeah.
It took too long. It took too long.
Oh my God, yes, I hope so. I was so excited when I heard that. I was like, oh my gosh, yay! Yeah.
It was odd to me that Bran was thrown into that group. Because it didn't happen that way on the show, because it was Abel and Tam.
Yeah.
That actually they didn't even save the Ibarras, which brings me to something about this show.
Yeah.
Right? They will kill off an entire lineage in front of a freaking couple of kids in the throne room, but they will not kill off the Ibarras like they did in the books.
All I'm saying is that we haven't seen Fane yet.
I
don't think they're safe.
Okay. No, that's fine. And don't get me wrong, I don't want to see anybody kill a family, but
are you sure? Because it sounds like that's what you're after.
I did like the apple
trees. Dark
friend? The apple orchard was really pretty, and it could use some more trees.
God,
that's all I'm saying.
Wow.
Yeah,
it was beautiful. Honestly, that scene, breathtaking, and
it was incredible.
We haven't really talked about the cinematography yet.
Oh my God!
And
that shot right there.
I have so many shots that I'm like, that I pulled because they were just pretty. Like,
Question about the Cawthons right there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know because I haven't looked, but in season 1, I know that the same young actresses or actors are playing the sisters, Matt's sisters.
Yeah.
Right, because I saw the names. But in season 1, I thought one of them was bigger than the other. I didn't really pay attention, but one looked older.
They looked like twins to me, I thought.
No, because that's what I'm saying. Because in that shot, they're freaking identical.
Yeah,
like identical. I was like, were they twins? That's what got me thinking. But I could have sworn one was older than the other. But I don't know. I'd have to go look.
Yeah, I don't. I just remember recognizing them, but being like, wow, they've gotten so much older.
Yeah, exactly.
Years have gone by.
It's true.
But to see Natty Cawthon also kind of redeeming herself with
defiant.
her daughter, she seems a little maybe clean. That's
Oh,
nice to see.
Listen,
like,
I don't
can we
ask for
please
much.
keep going that direction?
Agreed.
I don't ask for much. I want that. I want that.
No,
They need
I
to
love
fix
a
that
redemption
shit.
arc. Yes.
Yeah, I want to just like look everyone in the face that was like, how dare they do Abel Cawthon dirty? And I'm just like, first of all, you don't care about him. Like never in your life did you actually care about him.
Dude,
But
and tiny Marin Alvear, the new
She's
Marin Alvear.
She's ferocious, yo. She's like ferocious.
She's like a badger. She's,
she's a badger. She's intense. Yeah, I like her. She's great. Speaking of, this is completely unrelated, but we haven't talked about her yet much, and I want to. Liana. Oh my God, guys, she's still
fierce,
killing it. The whole like,
Definitely not a dark friend.
I didn't know that you knew how to get to the Red Aja quarters. I followed the rats.
Yeah,
guys. They're setting her up to get smacked by Elida. First of all.
while everybody is serving face, Liana's over here serving an entire fucking meal. Like,
no.
I thought you were gonna say. I was worried that you were gonna say serving C word, which would be true, but I didn't want you to say it out loud.
We've had this conversation. You know, I don't like that word.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I got pissed off on one stream that it was used while you were there, and I got really pissed.
Oh yeah, that's true. You did get really pissed. Anyways, in this context, though, she is serving everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she's so gorgeous.
Alex Lobo says, I need Liana to at least kiss a woman in the future.
Well, you never know.
I mean, you never
Listen,
know.
give it enough time. Bane and Chiato want to play Maiden's Kiss with her.
Yes. I mean, they got Royale.
And I could see her being like, yeah, let's do it. I'll win. I'll be the first person to absolutely blow your mind at this game. Dusty Moth, Liana's a glorious queen. Yes. Are we at I Followed the Rats yet? Paul, want a cracker? We are.
Yeah.
We are there. I just wanted to give a major shout out to Liana and the fact that, okay, so since this is full book spoilers, everyone, the fact that we can now talk about the tower coup that's incoming, right? We got Min objectively having a viewing, right? Because like she mentioned that there are sisters dying in some kind of battle. So like the Black Aja leaving is not it. There's going to be more, which is exciting.
She did mention in that scene that there's no timestamp on her viewings. It could be soon or it could be way later in the future.
Well, she said that in the books too. Yeah.
Right, but that's the thing about the show. When I say they do a lot of misleading things, we all believe it's the tower coup. But she could actually be seeing the Shanshan attack. We don't know.
That's what I was thinking.
We don't. That's the thing. We don't know. Because they're very vague about all kinds of shit.
That's a really interesting thought. The thing is, though, like, what are they setting a light up for? Why do you get Shora Agdashlu?
Oh no, the tower coup's coming. But we've already had a battle. Yeah, we've already had a battle in the White Tower. We've had a fight in the White Tower. We had a fight in the streets of Tarvalon. Right. Are they going to repeat that? Is the thing.
Are they going to level it up even higher?
Yeah, that's the thing. Are they going to I mean, because that's a lot of dinero.
It's a lot of dinero. True.
I want to see it. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know.
I think they have to. And I want like, because Gawain and Galador in the tower, I want it to play out how it played out in the books. I want everyone to see Gawain be a little piece of shit. And side with Elida instead of Swan. So that everyone knows why we hate him.
Did we all get the White Cloak Jr. moment from Galad?
Oh, I think in the hallway with Min and Matt.
No. When Elaine comes to see them in the room, when she first comes to see them, and Gabriel first does his thing on her, his little mojo, and Galad mentions everyone. Always said that Aes Sedai can't be trusted, or whatever.
Oh, I completely breezed over that.
Yeah.
That was setting the stage right there.
It's like certain things that they've been doing in this season in particular, like Jane's first comment where I can feel him dying. It's so good. That's a perfect intro to a character. You don't need to explain that character anymore.
Yeah.
Galad saying, Aes Sedai can't be trusted. He's from a kingdom that has an Aes Sedai advisor to the queen, a queendom, to the queen, and he's sitting there saying they can't be trusted.
Ooh.
That's huge.
Not a good look. Yeah.
No, and that explains him perfectly.
True. Okay, I have to answer this. Somebody, Ayesh Teni in the chat says, I followed the rats. Was that a lie? So I looked into this 3-O's thing, and apparently Aes Sedai can say things sarcastically, essentially. Yes. They can make jokes.
That's good.
Yeah.
And if she believes that Elida's a rat, not an actual rat, but a rat in the other sense of
metaphorically.
The word. Yeah. She could say it.
That could, or any red Aja, in fact, if she thinks of them as rats, like metaphorical rats.
She does.
So yeah, there's a lot of ways to get around.
Or maybe she just refers to them as red Aja tossers, and rats just fits.
Right. So yeah, there's a lot of ways that could work.
Good question, though.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking Tower Coup not this season though, right? Even though it does feel like Elida's making moves hard and fast.
It might be end of the season.
You think?
We might get a lot. So my theory is we're definitely getting. I think we're getting don't come at me, chat. I think we're getting the Moraine bye-bye at the end of the season.
I think we are too.
I think we might get Tower Coup. If it all happens at once, that would be like an ultimate, holy shit, everything's falling apart type moment for the series, which would be amazing.
Okay, we've got a thought from Landfierce Bow, $10 in Super Chat. Thank you so much. I just wanted to say I hated the Elaine Avienda get together. I wanted the Rand Elaine kissy in tear. Okay, so let's talk about this. Did we talk in the full spoiler section last week? We didn't talk about the implications of the Avienda Elaine getting together thing much, did we?
Yeah.
We talked about it. Remember, I was saying that Avienda's arc can still play out because she could feel like she's betrayed Elaine because she falls for Rand.
That's right.
It still plays out the same.
I personally, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion, I think it works and plays well because, first of all, in the books, it was subtextual that they were romantically interested in one another at the very least. I think, the way Avienda described Elaine, the way that they were so close. It to me felt like Robert Jordan was implying, while not explicitly stating, that they were or would be romantic if it was okay for him to write about that at the time, right?
That's silly. He was a great romance writer.
Yeah. And so I think putting them together makes Rand's, what they call, some people calling Rand's harem, it's less that now. It's more of a polyamorous relationship. It's more of everybody on equal footing rather than Rand being this sex god at the beginning of, in the center of this wheel. That's where I'm at personally. If you guys,
people will probably like that more on the screen too. Yeah, I would assume.
And we've already
threesomes are always popular. Foursomes even more.
I mean, everybody's into that kind of thing.
Exactly.
But I mean, we've already established relationships like that. You have Bane and Shiad, who are not afraid of sharing someone.
Yeah.
And Matt clearly thought that Kara, or whatever her name was, being cheeky by adding a second friend. So I mean, it's been implied several times throughout the show. So yeah.
Okay, we've got a Light Blinded Fool, $10 in Super Chat. Thank you so much. I just want to say I love the Avalane get together. It makes way more sense than Alay's love at first sight with Rand that lasts the rest of the books with no interaction. It definitely gives us some slow burn time for Elaine and Rand to interact. And I think that Rand objectively was attracted to both Elaine and Avienda. He asked Elaine to come with him on their travels and gave her the doe eyes whenever she was silhouette lit behind her at the Tower of Falm, and the look that he gave Avienda when they were talking with one another. was nothing if not interested, right?
Yeah.
Like he's amused by her at the very least. So I think we're definitely getting the romance. It's just gonna be it's gonna look just a little different and a little more. What did you say? The square's more circular. The fins. That's what the fins said.
Perfect.
So yes, Davy Elmar says they're making Rand's Rainbows, Carnivals, and Three Beautiful Women story into a polycule rather than
and I can't wait for
polygamy.
Min to be introduced to that whole thing. That's
Min?
going to be interesting as shit.
Yeah.
That's going to be really interesting.
She's definitely the odd one out here, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
she hasn't really been romantic with Rand at all.
Yeah, I think she just knows that she's a part of it, and she's just going to go with it because it's inevitable. It always happens. So, and I think that's how she's going to fall into it, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Did y'all expect it was going to be Min following Matt out of the tower?
Just based on what I saw in the promo images, that was kind of
that's
spoiled.
Yeah,
for
I
me.
mean, I like their dynamic. I like their when they're together, they steal every scene. They steal episodes sometimes. I mean,
Matt
holy
and
shit.
Min.
Yeah,
Together.
their connection is amazing.
Yes.
And it's funny because you have, we've talked about this before, Matt connecting with Min, right? Not in a romantic way.
Mm-hmm.
You have Perrin connecting with Avienda, not in a romantic way.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they all end up with Rand, that's going to be a hell of a freaking chat. Wait, you kissed somebody else?
Lanfear's gonna love it.
Mr. Kritter is wondering. He thinks that to him it looks right now like they're excluding Min from that relationship and keeping Egwene in it. And I told him that seems unlikely to me. Again, based on the promos, because I believe that Egwene is going to catch Rand and Lanfear in the World of Dreams and be like, "Deuces, I'm out."
Okay, you know what? I didn't want this until just this second. But I want nothing more than Egwene not doing anything with Gowan.
Well, I mean,
Like-
always.
Covering that hard. I think so.
I just want to erase that from the history books all together.
We're talking about the Wheel of Time over in the TikTok chat. Somebody's wondering. Let's see. Thank you for the rose and the I can't even tell what that is. Cotton candy, Michelle said. I appreciate you over in TikTok. And thank you all again, chat, for being here. You guys are great. TikTok and YouTube and Twitch. If there's anybody on Twitch, I haven't seen yet, but I appreciate you people, all of you. Okay, so speaking of Gawain, how excited were you guys to see the quarterstaff scene? And do you think they executed it well?
Oh my god! Go ahead, Winespring.
I think Ta'veren liked it. No, go ahead.
You feel like you've got strong feelings here.
It was okay. I've seen different discussions about this online.
Mm-hmm.
I personally I give it like a 98, right? Just the scene itself is a 98, and 2% is off because I really felt that Galad and Bruno needed to be knocked down a peg in front of other people's eyes.
That's the only complaint that I've heard from people.
Only thing. That's the only thing. But execution, holy shit. I mean, we talked about this, Winespring. He literally got possessed by a memory.
Yeah.
Literally got possessed by a memory, which was freaking amazing. And whooped their asses.
And the way they did the slow-mo, like the way they shot
in between.
The way they shot it was.
So remember when he slid in between them and it was slow-mo? You know what that reminded me of?
What?
The opposite of the Shail fight where the camera zoom into her. It was like he was zooming into the camera. Freaking poetic.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay.
I like that. That weird motion that Matt was doing right before he started fighting reminded me of Moraine on the beach and he was found, which was like starting to channel, like pulling it all in.
They're using the same movement, coach.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's I didn't think about it that way. I can't wait for them to dive more into that on the show. Kind of how they're going to present maybe what's happening there.
Yeah.
I kind of liked the fight not happening in front of everybody.
Okay.
Because it's kind of giving us, with Matt, the more like, don't look at me vibes.
Okay.
They kind of like am I right? Like that was in the books. Like he didn't want to be the big guy. Like, look at me.
Yeah.
And then in the show it was like, I have the horn. And then he got rid of the horn and now he's fighting. Nobody's looking. It was like they're trying to do it maybe that way.
I see what you're saying. So like he's okay with oh, I'm the horn, I'm the horn blower, blah, blah. But when he's actually shown to be a hero, he doesn't want anybody to
He
notice
doesn't need
that.
someone to see that. Yeah.
Right. That's a freaking excellent point.
And I do like that we view him as a hero for beating up two princes. I don't know. I don't know if that's actually a hero thing, but
That's a hero.
Like,
listen,
it gives the Matt hero vibe, though.
Well, to me, it's a hero because I honestly think there was somebody else that took over.
It sure looked like it.
Right. And that's what I think. And that's what led me to think about that theory about the Swan's uncle theory.
Yeah.
Because maybe it's not about just heroes of the horn that fought in the life. It's just heroes, period. And so he has all of these instincts from people that the light found worthy. And that's where he's drawing the inspiration from, or the memories from. So, yeah.
So this scene made me really, really happy.
Yay.
It was lovely. They did have an audience, and it was it was Nynaeve, and her facial, like the way she was like trying not to smile, because she's the serious wisdom.
She was so proud.
She was so proud. She was so amused because she thinks these little guys are just the worst. And I think I saw Jose Oliveira said that he wishes that Matt's abilities didn't just stem from being a hero of the horn. And I see what you're saying, but let me push back a little bit on that. I think that in literature and TV, sometimes whenever people are really good at something, so good in fact that it's like mildly unbelievable, you get like the Mary Sue thing, right? So like you understand that like there's the Two Rivers bow in the books, right? And the reason that they're all so good at that is because they're like hunting all the time. The Two Rivers bow is a thing that nobody else has, right? So they're super strong. But with the quarterstaff, not only did Matt's dad obviously not teach him the quarterstaff because Matt's dad's a POS in the show.
Right.
But to believe, and I love that Robert Jordan did this, the scene is iconic. I will never say that he did wrong because he did nothing wrong. Well, he did do a couple things wrong, but this was not something he did wrong, I don't think. But the choice that they made was, we're not going to make Matt a Mary Sue, because if he were to beat these two princelings who have been training their entire life at the sword, like with a quarterstaff, having a dad as shitty as his dad is, it's just not believable. It's just not.
Well, I mean, I see what you're saying. I never thought of it as him not learning the quarterstaff because his dad was a piece of shit. I thought he was born and raised in the Two Rivers, and they all learned the bow and quarterstaff. They could have learned it from each other. They could have learned it from Tam. They could have learned it from anybody else in the town, right? So I never really attribute it to just his dad teaching him. I know they say something about that in the books. Well, actually, I think in the books what they say is, my dad was a great horse trader, and he, and when he only lost when Tam was
right
in the competition.
Tam was a blade master,
right?
So that makes sense.
Yeah. So so I'm not really sure that I attribute that completely to Abel. Also. For Jose's comment about limiting it to the heroes of the horn, I don't think Matt's abilities are limited to the heroes of the horn. The heroes of the horn are their own individuals. When he blows, they show up. He doesn't have their memories. He has memories of battles, of generals, of people that have done amazing things. I don't think it's necessarily the heroes of the horn.
Jose, I wasn't trying to talk you out of your opinion, Jose. I just that's just kind of where I landed on the show. Like in the books, I think there's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong in the books, but I kind of understood why they did what they did, and I'm curious to see if they're going to bring Matt's luck into it. Still,
I keep waiting for that.
I've been waiting for the luck.
Yeah, they keep hinting at it. They keep hinting at the gambler. They keep, they've shown him with dice. They've shown him with the cards. But the cards really don't do anything in his favor because there's not enough random chance, I believe. Is what they say?
They don't do as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're hinting at it, and I just don't think he's there yet. I think once he gets all of his memories, that'll all kick in.
Okay. Yeah. I'm curious. I'm curious about Matt.
Can I bring up one thing, a theory about the Two Rivers arc that's happening?
Yeah. What's
so, and this is a jab. I know it's a jab, but I'm going to take it because it's my thing. So we got a half away column, half away gate, which was awesome. I'm not calling it a full waygate yet because there's no top on it.
Wow.
But
Way pillars.
way pillars.
Nice.
So Perrin comes out, right? He says somebody else has traveled, a couple people, man and a woman. He smells ashes. Somebody mentioned earlier, is the ashes what did he smell that from Alana because she's wearing Ivan's ashes? I don't know if that's accurate or a red herring, but what I'm getting at is they never specify who came through the waygate. All they said was only a dark friend would use the ways without an ogier to lead them. Alana and Maxim are there, but guess what? So are Luke and Fail.
Yep. It's a red herring.
So who used the waygate? Because Loyal literally asked Alana point blank, or no, it was Perrin. Did you use the ways to get here? And they look at her and Maxim look at each other, but she doesn't answer.
I don't
And then
remember
when he
him
said, "What happened to your
asking her
shoulders?"
that.
Yeah, and then she asked, Loyal asked her, "What happened to your shoulder?" And all she said was Trollocs, and then Maxim says there's fewer of them out there now in the woods or whatever. So, does that mean that they come with the Trollocs? Are they fighting the Trollocs?
Are you thinking Alana and Maxim are secret dark friends? Is that what we're talking about?
I don't know, but it could also, like I said, it could also be Luke and Fail. We don't know who came through the waygate. It's not. We don't have an answer to that.
Mrs. Angenbella thinks that maybe Varen gave Alana the Ways map, which is interesting. And I need to say, Joe White,
Awesome.
$10 super chat. Thank you so much. Did Alana and Maxim go by the Ways? And if so, is Loyal right about only dark friends going along the Ways without a no gear? Wait, was that what you were just responding to, or did that just happen like simultaneously?
No, that was happening simultaneously. I think.
Yeah, it was good timing.
Because even Dana Lou is agreeing with me that she thinks I'm on to something. So yeah, the whole Two Rivers thing I think is very, very sus right now.
Okay.
Like I don't even trust Fail right now, to be honest with you.
What?
Okay, that's so funny because I had a watch party this weekend with just a few people, and Erin included, and one of them was like, when he saw her, he was like, "Is she a vampire?" And I think it's just because she's like, "Oh, okay, everybody left. I'll get him back. Don't worry. I'll get him back, guys. Don't worry." Turns out some people think that there are vampires in the Wheel of Time, which there aren't, but who knows?
Vampire situation.
Sorry, I had to bring you back 1 sec.
You're doing great.
Yeah, we were just laughing. We were like, you said vampires, and Amazon was like, "That's too much." She said too much.
No, don't give it away. But there's werewolves, or there's wolf brothers, so why would there not be vampires? I think it was just like the way, I don't know. He thought that she was sus. She's pretty pale, and she's like got really interesting features. So
Who, Fail?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's got big eyes, beautiful
Right.
big eyes.
Sure.
Also, is it me or is I don't want to be rude, but does Luke seem wanting in a lot of aspects? Like they said, this is Lord Luke, and I was like, that's sad.
I think my reaction was that man is a dandy.
I know. I was like, this is what they got for Luke.
Hey, I think it's funny because
okay,
and it's gonna grow into something else.
Wait a minute,
right, because he looks different when he's Slayer. They look different.
Oh, my question is this: do we think they're gonna go with the Luke storyline? I know he's there.
I mean, why would they have him there if not?
But they've done that with other characters. Like they didn't go with Gil from the Queen's Blessing or whatever. Like that, they had him in the episode where he pointed, "Oh, there's your room right there." The guy that the innkeeper.
But he wasn't not an innkeeper. He was just smaller. So is that what you're saying? Like he's Lord Luke, but
he's not going to be. He's just going to be a part of.
I think Perrin needs a World of Dreams antagonist, and that to
Lord
me is going to be
Lukewarm.
Slayer. What?
Somebody called him Lord Lukewarm.
Oh no, Gibson, that's funny.
I don't know if it's like the neck scarf, the facial hair. I'm not sure what it is, but it's.
He reminded me of Fred from the freaking from Scooby Doo.
What do they call that? An ascot?
It is an ascot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good job.
You have to totally embrace the ascot.
Yeah, follow your
There's no
muse
reason
says
for
there's
Luke
without Slayer.
Oh yeah, he's not. Yeah, that's.
I hope so. I hope so. I'm
if
just
it was
worried.
Luke, yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
too much happening. It's way too much. You have Perrin and Fael. You have the White Cloaks. You have the Trollocs. You have Thane. And Luke on top of it. That's a lot for a TV show.
Let's go. Let's go.
I don't know that Lord Luke is going to be. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how much in the World of Dreams Perrin's going to be this season.
Yeah.
Like, we might be not World of Dreams this season and World of Dreams next season, perhaps, for Perrin. I could be wrong, though.
For Perrin.
Yeah,
Okay,
for Perrin.
So if Mistress Alvir is short, holy shit! I'm just looking at this picture and I'm looking at Fael.
She's tiny, which is so funny because
Holy cow.
Marcus
It just
Rutherford
makes him
is
look so
6'2".
big.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it makes him look massive.
he looks like a giant.
Yeah, like Lord Luke
really
right there.
good.
Lord Luke right there is like 5'2".
Oh no!
It's like when you meet Tom Cruise in person and you're like, oh.
Oh, well, yeah, when you meet Tom Cruise in person. Sure.
Do you do that often?
Yeah, I remember that.
He's short.
No, I know.
Right.
Gosh, what else? Oh, we didn't talk about Min's viewing of Matt.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Yikes.
that was dangerous territory because obviously spoilers. But
Yeah.
are we
Yeah.
thinking, based on that promo image of Matt that we talked briefly about, and the fact that they're literally leaving Tarvalin right now, even though we saw the doorframe in Tarvalin, do we think there's a doorframe in Tanchico?
I think so.
That's happening this season, right? I think so.
I believe so. Because we also see Min going, in one of the promos, we saw Min going through a room that we talked about being the menagerie or whatever at the Panarch's Palace or whatever they call it. And it kind of looked like the 13th repository, but somewhere else.
Yeah.
So 100% think it's possible that we'll see it in Tanchico.
In Tanchico. Yeah, because he wouldn't be like, oh, actually, I got to go get something from my room. And then he stumbles through the doorway in Tarvalin. Yeah.
And then Tanchico, we have Maggedian at the end.
I mean, that's perfect. That's like
Ooh.
straight out of the books.
I was like, there she is. Oh my god.
You see Light Blinded Fool?
No.
I think Min goes to Tanchico in order to save Matt and take him down from the noose.
And you know why she probably is going to do that? Because of the words of wisdom that Elida do Avri Arroyhan gave her.
Yeah.
You can get the visions,
Don't
but
have
you
to
can
just
also
do
do or you can affect what happens before and after.
Yes, Jose, that is Matt hanging from a rope or
Oh.
a noose.
Yeah, that was the vision that Min had of
Yeah.
him.
And it also showed the scale of the door, which was, I mean, we saw it in the 13th repository, but with his body next to it, you see the scale. It's a pretty decent, it's nice. I liked it.
What's the conversation?
Dang it. I'll bring him back one sec. I don't know what's happening. We lost everyone. They're coming back inevitably. There they are. Sorry, Winespring, bringing you back. Okay, Winespring, what were you saying?
I didn't hear that, but it's okay. What's up with Elida's bracelet? I've seen some commentary, but I haven't had a chance to read on it.
Yeah, what is the deal? I asked about that earlier. All right.
It has a snake on it, and it has a fox on it.
What?
It is?
Sorry.
In the, I have a picture of it. One sec. Let's see.
I didn't get in, usually I get into the details. I did not. I've been a little bit preoccupied.
So the picture I have only shows the snake, but in the Shoreg Dashlu like becoming a Lida thing, there's literally a picture of the bracelet that says "very important, always wear," and it literally has like Aelfin written beneath it.
Oh, is that what?
I shit you not.
Oh, that was that behind the scenes thing.
Behind the scenes
Was he
thing.
implying that she got it from them?
I'm wondering if she got her visions, like
Oh, yeah,
her
there it is.
ability to be a seer. Well, also at the bottom of it, like I didn't, but it's got charms on it. And one of the charms looks like a little key.
It is.
What?
When I saw it, that's what
You're
kinda-
amazing.
that's what got me going with the whole Catholic, cardinal thing, because the little key looks like a cross, looks like a circle with a cross,
Oh, I love your
which would
comparison.
make no sense in the Wheel of Time. But
Yeah.
but I see the snake and I see the little foxes are actually on the little side panels, but they're facing up. They're upside down.
Okay.
It looks like little foxes at the end of one of the.
That makes sense.
circles.
Well, yeah, I think that there's also like a red thing that has a fox on it. I just don't have that in the picture.
So
And
So-
she's wearing that when she's with Queen Morghese, right? It's something
she's wearing it all the time.
all the time.
She was wearing it, in the.
My bet is she had a vision where she's wearing it as the Amaryllis seed. That's my. So she's like always gonna
She's
wear
always
it.
gonna wear it.
Like I'm gonna be wearing this till the day I
That
die.
makes sense because she has no freaking clue. Her visions suck.
Yeah.
Like they're so not polished that it's not even funny.
She offered something similar looking to the head of the Red Aja, right?
It was
but
a
it wasn't.
necklace.
It was just a
Yeah.
It wasn't related. Wasn't like she
No,
was
it was
giving her
kind of like a weird
Okay.
pewter color. It was ugly, actually.
It was intense.
I wouldn't have accepted it. I want my shit to shine.
Her necklace was already perfect. So.
Oh my god, yes, absolutely. Oh my god, Light Blinded Fool, $10 super chat. Thank you so much. It's an Apple Watch, so the eelfin can check her vitals
Nice.
while also Bluetooth, so they can tell her how important she is and how well she's interpreting her foretellings.
Nice.
Words of affirmation from the eelfin, just constantly. Wolf Brother, was she wearing it when her hand was shaking when she was sitting in front of the mirror? I think so.
I thought she wasn't, is what people were saying, but I
No,
hadn't had a
is that
chance
right?
to look at
She
it.
grabbed her hand. I think it was because it was freaking literally rattling on her wrist.
That's
The
right.
bracelet was?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I think that might have been when I got this picture, actually.
I need to rewatch.
Yeah, that's,
I think that's
where
when I
that
got this
shot is
picture.
from. Yeah,
Okay.
her whole hand was shaking. Her whole arm was shaking. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if she got it from them, if she got her ability to foretell from them, but I think she's been through the door frame, and I think she got some stuff.
That is
from
not in
them.
the books, right?
No.
Thank you. I was like, I don't remember anything like that.
Or no, that would be stupid. I was thinking maybe she's wearing the key to the Tower of Genji.
See, honestly, when I saw the key, I was thinking something similar. I was like, oh.
I cannot. That would be so awesome.
Because I think they don't know what the hell those things in the 13th repository do. I mean, Varen was cataloging them, but they don't have a freaking clue. Oh, I mean, she could have gone through the door, but I don't think that's where she got this bracelet. I don't know. That's a tough call.
Daniel, who's asking what we think of the shaking.
Yeah.
Davey Elmer thinks it's age related. Another possibility is that it's like seer related because like whenever oh my gosh, what's her name? Galena? No.
Yeah, Yatara.
Guitarra. Thank
Guitarra.
you. Whenever Guitarra
Yeah.
had her vision, sometimes it's like it comes like a seizure sort of.
Yeah.
Granted, she wasn't actively having a vision, so I'm not sure that's true. It could be age related because she's older. But she's not that old.
No, she's not that
she
old.
was, yeah, she made Aes Sedai like shortly before Moraine and Swan.
I think it's different on the show. I think they're way older on the show, in between Moraine and Elida and all of them. Also, did anyone notice the similarities when Moraine is telling the story of Elida basically beating her?
Oh my god.
And torturing her as a novice, right? But she was trying to teach me. And then Leandrin and Nynaeve Leandrin doing the same thing to Nynaeve.
The Red Aja,
and
harsh
Moraine even
mistresses.
says it. She said it kept going until one day I found the power to fight back. But like Nynaeve did it instantly, as opposed to Moraine apparently.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a couple of other possibilities. People in the chat are saying it could be a result of Robin's extended compulsion, and it could also be part of the price that she has to pay for whatever the eelfin gave her.
That's true.
Oh, I like that one.
Very good predictions.
I mean, they're all good.
I like
That was
them.
interesting. Yeah.
Much to consider. This one is an intriguing one for book readers. I guess we could have asked Erin about it because we don't know, but she doesn't know she doesn't know about the snakes and foxes, so she can't even.
That would have given a lot away.
She has
by
no
our reaction.
context. Yeah.
You brought up Raven for a second there, and Erin brought it up too that he was flirting. She thought he was flirting with Elaine.
Oh my god, how funny was that? Because I was like, Tom.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Reminded me of
it was odd. I mean, but he immediately started grooming her
Oh yes.
because when they're sitting there and she goes, "Would you like a drink?" He knows
Yeah.
that she makes drinks. He knows that she drinks, and now in her mind they're freaking drinking buddies. So
Yeah.
he's already setting her on her path for him.
That scene was very interesting. So we're watching it. She takes a drink. She's drinking. She gets very serious and she puts her drink down.
Mm-hmm.
And then moments later, it's like she forgets all about her seriousness and picks it up and starts drinking. And when you realize there's compulsion happening, you're like, oh.
Yeah, she's breaking in and out of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's very
speaking
interesting.
of the compulsion, we're getting Gareth Bryn, but they're pronouncing it Brine. Okay, whatever.
Gareth Bryan. I know. I never said it that way.
I didn't either.
I'm not supposed to talk about this, but I'll be playing Gareth Bryan in season 12.
So
I could see it.
We know that we're getting him. They mentioned him, but we know we're getting him.
I don't think they mentioned him without us getting him eventually.
Really?
Yeah.
And the fact that Rosamund keeps saying that her and Swan broke up in interviews makes me think they're done. Dunsies.
Yeah.
Which we'll see. We'll see if we get a Swan Brine romance. I think that would make so many people mad.
About it. Oh no.
Yeah, I'm excited to see who they cast for him. I mean, because to be honest with you, I think Samael was the perfect cast. He's just brusque and just rugged and
his voice.
Yeah, he's just kind of an asshole.
Okay.
Perfect.
Speaking of Samael, I wanted to talk about this. Okay, so his outfit to me.
Yeah.
Very weird, very unique.
It's on the token. It's on the seal.
What?
It's on the Forsaken seal. It's the one with the crosshatch. It's the same as his freaking uniform.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
I think that's it.
In my mind, it looks otherworldly. It looks very foreign. So obviously the Shan had some weird crap. So that could be what it is. But in my mind, are we combining Samael and Demandred? Is Samael over in Shara playing the Shara game, and that's why he looks so weird with his outfit? Is it going to be a Samandred combo wombo? Because I think the last Forsaken that they haven't mentioned yet is Asmodean, because he had we've seen statues that had a guitar. Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm thinking Asmodean.
I
love that.
I told you guys in chat. My thought is we're gonna get Taim Demandred.
Taimandred.
Yeah.
That's the official.
Well, I said Taim Demandred, but yeah, Taimandred. That's who I think we're getting. I'd love to see Asmodean. I don't know if we're getting
Taim. Okay, so you're thinking that Taim is going to become a Forsaken. He will already be one.
Right, so here's my thing, right? When they're interviewing or interrogating Amiko and Joya, they each give a different answer to where Leandrin's going, right?
Yes.
One says she's going to meet with a Forsaken in Tyr because he wants Calendar for himself. So it's male. So it could be Samael, but there's a male. And then the other one says she's heading for Saldea to find Mazrim Taim, the false dragon. They kind of mention them in the same scene, even though they're interrogating them both. They're both mentioned. They're both supposed to be lies, but all lies are based on some sort of truth to be compelling. And they kind of mention them at the same damn time.
Okay.
A Forsaken and Taim.
I have to call something out.
Yeah.
Jedi Knight of the 13th Order of Gotham. I literally thought I was the only person in the universe that thought, oh my god, what if they made Tom Asmodean?
What?
That has been brewing in my brain.
Oh.
No.
Okay. Even I'm not that fucked up, and that's amazing.
Sorry. the fact that me and you, dude, I was literally I have been thinking that when people are like, who's the next Forsaken? Who's the last Forsaken? I'm like, it's Asmodean because we've seen a guy with a guitar, but what? We haven't met him yet. Nobody knows who he is. What if he's been out this whole time for some reason that we don't know? And it's Tom. Right?
What would y'all think about that? What would you think?
Yeah. How do you guys feel?
How do y'all feel about that?
How do you guys feel? The fact that you said that is so funny because and so
listen, I'm down for a really crazy theory, and if they did that to my Tom, I think I would just quit.
I'm sorry.
No, you wouldn't.
I think it would be so fun.
It would be fun. Don't get me wrong, it would be fun, but I love Tom.
I do, yeah.
Yes.
That would suck so bad.
Okay, we've got Tamodian. This is my official prediction that it's Samandred. It's Samael, Demandred combo, Wampo, and Shara. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh my god.
His
I don't know how I feel about it. I think
it's like bones. It's like bones.
Which is a lot like the Shan dress, to be fair, but I'm thinking that would be, I don't know.
Shara.
I think it's Shara.
Yeah, I think that's fascinating. Yeah, that's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
There's so many storylines.
He was around before the seals were broken. Stop it, guys. Stop. I
don't
know.
Lawyer her out of this.
I know that there are reasons that it's not him, but I want it to be.
Thank you, not who under our laws. Thank you.
Or wait for it. Asmodean will mask mirrors to look like Tom.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wow!
Because think about it, he also dressed up as a
Reddit.
gleeman.
That's true.
Yeah.
Ethan Points states Ravmodian.
These names are pretty great.
Oh, okay, so you think Robin?
Robin
might
and
be
Asmodean. I gotta say this, and Lord help me for this, but I'm kind of digging Gabriel. I mean, his fucking powers are creepy.
I think everybody's digging him.
You're supposed to. I think.
Yeah, but that character is so well liked, not just by the other by the other characters, but as soon as he came on, I was like, I hate you guys so much. I love this guy now. He's the best stepdad in the world, and I hate you for doing this to me. I'm very upset.
I'm not gonna lie, that whole episode I was like, okay, so he's Mask of Mirrorsing, or no, I know that was like I'm like
trying to figure it out.
I'm working on it in my head while doing my reaction video because I'm like, I can't say a spoiler. I can't be like, but this is a Forsaken. This is not computing in my brain, and like in the books, the compulsion weave. There's no compulsion AOE weave, right? You can't just compulse an entire room.
No,
there's so many implications, and so it took me a while to be like, what's happening?
And that's
that
what...
moment with Leanne in the throne room when she forgot who he was. I was like,
hall,
or at the hall, I was like, that is very strange that she would forget.
Because it's Liana. She's
profesh. Like, not only
did she forget, but she came back into it and was almost flirting with him.
Yeah,
like giddy, like Lord Gabriel, forgive me.
Swan's like, a pleasure as always. I should have known when Swan was like, a pleasure as always. Like,
you got all of us.
Yeah, you did.
Now my question though is this: everyone who meets them or sees them immediately knows that they've been together for 10 years. What happens when you leave that sphere of influence? Do you just forget?
Somebody in my comments, because I was like, it feels like there's a loophole here where someone who has never seen him before will talk to someone who has seen him, and they'll be like, who were you talking about? They say that the moment that he's out of their presence, they just forget he exists.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's the only explanation.
Which makes sense.
Jeez.
Yeah.
What a mess.
Yeah, he is the most likable.
Was really cool.
Yeah, Mel in the chat, the earwing. I want that so bad. Give it to me.
Could that be an angry olive of some sort? Like,
no, I think he doesn't need it. I don't think
it could.
You don't think so? Like, she had the rings, right?
Or they all have him.
Like, they all have something.
Yeah,
like that.
I mean, he took it off.
Like Mogedion had that ring when she was making the Queen Man.
That's right.
He took it off when he was talking to Elaine and they were drinking. He literally popped them off and put them down on a table.
Yeah.
So that.
And when he was meeting with the other chosen.
Yeah, well, he didn't have it there.
Yeah.
Okay,
maybe he didn't want them to see it. I don't know.
I'm loving Robin. I think he's great.
Yeah.
I'm loving this Forsaken speculation. One person we haven't talked about at all, which I'm surprised because Tav is Lan. We haven't gotten a ton from him.
He gave her the ring. Sorry.
We have not.
That was in the first episode, right?
Yeah. Listen, the fact that it wasn't the king's ring, it was the mom's ring, was spot on. Wow. And I'm actually trying to avoid discussing Lan online because I will get into fights. I have mentioned a couple of people. I haven't mentioned. I have seen a couple of people mention that yes, Lan would hook up with Melindra behind Nynaeve's back. And I call shaboodles.
Absolutely not.
Or whatever.
Won't do that.
I was a little surprised when he walked out there with her.
Well,
it was because of the tattoo.
Yeah, he walked out because of the tattoo.
For sure.
That was it. But people were like, "Oh no, they were flirting." He wasn't flirting with her. He was trying to pawn her off on Moraine, right? And then when she said to him and she turned around, that's when he got up because he saw the tattoo. Now, that being said, Lan is Lan. The way he's mentoring Rand, and he's like sheep herder, and he calls him sheep herder affectionately, and he goes, "Do you want to talk about it?" He's like, "No." So he just moves on. All right, show me parting the silk. That is Lan to a T, right? Now with Melindra, it has to be discussed. I see where they're going with it since Matt's not there. They're going to use the Melindra appealing to his kingdom and Malkier and stuff to get close to him and then maybe betray him instead of Matt. There's a couple of things that she said, and I actually wrote some of this stuff down, where she says, Malkier lives as long as one man wears the Hadori and one woman wears the Kasain, but she says it in...
Oh no. Tavern, if you're still talking, I'm gonna have to bring you back. Sorry, one second, Tav. Okay, Winespring. I'm sorry.
We're on.
Tavern, you were talking.
Okay,
You
no, you're
dropped
fine. So like I was saying, I'm kind of upset that they're doing that to land, but I think eventually it'll play. We'll get dividends on this later on, right? And it'll be a little bit more meaningful, I think. But Winespring pointed something out that was mentioned in chat, and that was, I don't see where it's at, but basically, Winespring, go ahead and say what it was because I can't find it.
That Melindra is Grendel. Did you see that in chat?
I did not see that in chat, but I'm looking for it now. Oh, there it is. Finn said that. Melindra is obviously Grendel, which actually,
that's interesting.
I mean, there was a lot of hidden and subtle nudity. Melaine, not
Melaine,
Bear.
yeah.
Melaine got up and you could kind of partially see her chest. Bear was covered, Moraine was covered, of course, but that is a very Grendel thing to do, to just walk around out,
Yep.
shining the light on things, as they say. But yeah, I'm kind of upset that they're putting Lan through this, but they have to have something for him to do while he's away from Nynaeve. Right?
Something to do.
And because think about it. In the books, it was the other Aes Sedai, right? That Moraine kind of bonded him to. What was her name? I can't remember her name.
Morel?
Yeah, I think it was Morel. And so she kind of slept with him, right? Because of the bond and all that stuff, even though he was technically in love with Nynaeve. So I can see and this is falling into the theory that Melindra is Grendel, right? I'm not 100% saying it is. I'm just saying a possibility where Morel is replaced by Melindra or Grendel as Melindra.
Whoa.
Wow. Yeah, it's a lot.
I mean, do you see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
Same broad story point, just different person.
I just don't see, unless he's compelled.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't see him like just doing it because of Nynaeve. I think he would lose a lot of fans. Let's bone.
No, he would totally have to be compelled.
Yeah, okay, absolutely.
It would be out of character for sure.
And that would make think about it. I mean, that would make him breaking away from that and heading straight for Nynaeve that much bigger in the show.
More important, yeah. Daniel who says Lan will be thinking about his duty as the king of Malkir during the season and what that means, which I'm glad about, because I feel like having that backstory, because like whenever I talk about Landa, show only people, it's like, the king of a fallen kingdom, and it's like this epic thing, and they're like, oh yeah, I kind of forgot about that,
Yeah.
And so, let's bring it back to the forefront, I think. Yeah.
I have a question for Winespring, and this is kind of bouncing around. Sorry. So you're usually the one that picks up on symbolistic type stuff. Did you notice the similarity between Leandrin's morning thing, where she put the symbol in Tarvalon and then put the symbol again in Tanchico, is pretty much what they do at Beltane with the lanterns? Because she literally says, "Let your soul find its way back to me."
Mm-hmm.
It's the same vibe, except different cultures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like Landon per se, but I love her. But I actually thought that was kind of beautiful and like humanizing, I guess. Like they're showing us her grief for a reason.
And they cut to her as a child too for a split second. And it was just mind-boggling when she was kneeling there crying, and she kind of looked at the bed and she saw herself as a young girl, and then went bright. That was like, holy shit! And she looked almost exactly like the girl she saved / lobotomized.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
know how to put that.
On the TikTok chat, we've got Dread Pirate Dad thinking that Alana is going to
Love
be
that
the
guy.
Morel stand-in, which is Alana.
Oh, Alana, never mind. No.
Whoa.
Which would be so funny because then is Alana also going to bond Rand? So she's collecting all these very important men.
I
She
wouldn't
did say that she's lost warders, and it's like you just learn to move on.
Wait,
Now,
okay.
like,
Another freaking suspicious dark friend thing for Alana, right? We know that Jane, when she lost her water, she's like, "Oh, it feels so good," but there wasn't any like mourning for her, right?
Yeah.
Alana, freaking Ivan or not, Maxim says it. I feel that you feel nothing for Yvonne.
Well, she's cutting off all her emotions.
That's what she's
saying. Is what she
That's
says.
what she says.
Because she like his grief is like unbearable.
Yeah, of course it is. That's what a dark friend would say to cover up the fact that she has no
Okay, so
feelings.
Tav's official prediction is Alana's a dark friend.
Also, I
cannot
can't.
get on the word.
I don't see. Well, I can't not unsee Alana possibly trying to bond Perrin.
Yeah, I'm so curious what she's going to be doing. If she's going to try and bond Rand, bond Land, which I think is a
Yeah.
decent prediction.
Yeah.
I don't see her as her dark friend because of how badass she was in the fight against the Black Oddjob, but that's just kind of me.
Yeah.
And she did cry when it happened, and Aes Sedai are able to kind of like,
That's true. I mean, but
Shut
one of
down.
them might not be good. Is all I'm saying.
You're not wrong. Anything could happen.
Oh my gosh, Wolf Brother, did you see this?
No.
Alana has been replaced by Grendel.
Maxim in his grief can't tell, and she doesn't have any feeling because she's not Alana. Oh my gosh, and she knew how to comfort Perrin because she was
is a
therapist.
See, in that scene with Perrin, I just thought about the other scene with Karini when, like, doesn't Alana sing and she kind of leads like the grief with them in that during that time?
Alana did
Sounds
the keening,
right.
yes.
Yeah.
Yep, she
Yeah,
did
and
the
so
keening.
that's kind of what
Okay.
I was thinking about in that moment. Yeah.
While I absolutely love this conversation.
Not all who wander are lost is very
Yeah,
adamant that
it's time.
Alana is not a dark friend.
I agree with you. Not all who wander are lost, but we are reaching the end of our time here, and
Vashi,
by
you're
reaching,
not
I
wrong.
mean we are past it. So I think we are going to do what we always do, which is give everybody a chance to do a final goodbye, and then we are going to end the stream. I also apologize for all the bubbles of evil we've been dealing with. I don't know what's
Crazy.
been going on. I appreciate everyone in the chat. I don't know if it's something to do with the fact that I'm multi-streaming literally everywhere, or if it's just, a day. It's just a bubble of evil. Whatever it is, sorry about that, but I'm glad that we could continue even after it. So why don't we give Tavern the opportunity to speak first?
All right, my last weird theory. It'll be really quick. Loyal gave the speech about the longing, and how it takes a while. And I felt that it was very impactful because seeing as Perrin is now more connected to nature with his wolf brother status, that he needed to go home because he was getting the longing to return to the soils of Manetheren.
Oh.
I like that.
Because he also worked with the steel and all of the stuff from the earth at Manetheren, so
my
he would
gosh.
be more connected.
Interesting.
That's it. That's my final thing.
Love that. Thanks
I love
for
it.
that. Winespring?
Yeah. I love all your random theories. They're great.
Except
They
that
always make
Alana's a dark
perfect
friend.
sense. Yeah, that's not true for sure.
She's a
That was
dark
a
friend.
fail. Let's see. My final thought is going to be on Leandrin's outfit when she crashes the wedding. It totally
Ooh.
reminded me of, is it Lydia from Beetlejuice? I think is her name.
I don't know her name, but I know what you're
I
talking
know what you're
about.
talking about.
And I
You thought they were going to
I-
break out into song?
I mean, I was waiting for it. It's a really big missed opportunity. But the whole fashion with her is always just kind of like Alana for me, really exciting. Like so loud. Like I love how loud she was walking into Tanchico, and like we're gonna get to see a lot more of the loudness with her costuming, which is gonna be exciting.
Yeah.
And thanks for having us on, Critter. This is fun as always.
Oh, Tavern just
Bye,
stopped.
Tab. See you later. Sorry, I should have thanked him first. I guess. Jeez, don't get mad.
Okay, I'll bring him back if he comes back. Oh,
There
there
we
he is.
go,
There
there
he
we
is.
go.
There he is. Okay.
I was like, we lost everything.
I don't know what's going on. Okay, so
It's
before
bubbles
this,
of evil for sure.
bubbles of evil constantly. I will say, Leandrin's accent at the wedding too, Mel.
Right?
Really good, really good.
Oh.
She just changed. It's like whenever you go to the South or whenever I go to, southern Missouri, it just comes out of me. It just
naturally.
comes out of me.
I love how they took that whole storyline. And remember, they were in a house that they had taken over, and they just made it her house.
Yep, love that.
Yep.
Love that. Okay, so I would like to say thank you to everyone in the chat, TikTok, YouTube, anybody who might have been on Twitch. Thank you all for being here. It's such a pleasure talking about new episodes of the Wheel of Time that are finally coming out. We are back every Monday night to talk about all the new episodes, and I have a feeling that next Monday is going to be a real blockbuster because episode 4 is supposed to be wild. So don't miss that. If you haven't yet, don't forget to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and come back next week. And also, I'm doing reaction videos to all these episodes. I haven't dropped my reaction to episode 3 yet, but that should be probably Wednesday morning, or tomorrow at some point. But if you want to check those out, you absolutely can. Thank you all for being here. I missed you all too, Alex Lobos. Thank you, and good night. Have a good one. Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.